This is bigger than you think. Archangel Michael speaks. You're chosen for the wealth transfer. Prepare tonight. This message isn't ordinary. It's prophetic, it's urgent, it's divine. It's a summons from the courts of heaven, delivered through the voice of Archangel Michael, who has been commissioned to speak directly to your spirit. This isn't about money alone, it's about mission, it's about mental, it's about movement. The wealth transfer has already begun in the unseen realm, and your name is marked. Your name is known, your name is rising on heaven's scroll. The spirit realm has been shifting, timelines are being rearranged, destinies are being expedited, and yet amidst all of this, you've been wondering, why do I feel pressure? Why do I sense something is coming, but I don't see it yet? Because you are standing at the threshold of something bigger than you think. What's coming will not just touch your life, it will transform everything connected to you. This is why the warfare has increased. This is why your rest has been interrupted, because God is transferring not just material wealth, but divine assignments, territories, and influence into the hands of those who are prepared. You have been kept in the background for reason hidden in plain sight. But now, as the shift begins, the divine spotlight is being turned in your direction. Archangel Michael stands at the gate with a scroll in hand, and your name is sealed with oil. Tonight is not just another night. It is an invitation, a threshold, a call to prepare your mind, your heart, and your spirit to receive what you once only dreamed of, because what is coming, what is forming, is far beyond your expectations. It is your moment to align, tomorrow, not next week, tonight. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 999 is now surrounding you. Archangel Michael says, be careful, something is shifting in your atmosphere. Heaven is moving tonight, and your name is at the center of it. This is not a regular moment. This is not just another day passing by unnoticed. This is a divine summons. The weight of this hour has been building silently. But now the heavens are speaking loudly, and the voice echoing through the spiritual realm is not a whisper, it's a trumpet. Archangel Michael has been dispatched with a message of fire and urgency. There is movement in the atmosphere. There is energy pulsing beneath the surface of your daily routine. Something ancient has been activated. Something sacred has been stirred, and the clock is now ticking with holy precision. You, the listener, have been feeling something shift, but could not quite explain it. You've been sensing that your season is changing, but the signs seem subtle now. The subtle is becoming supernatural. You are no longer standing still. You are standing on the edge of prophetic fulfillment. There's a tension in the air because destiny is arriving. And Archangel Michael has come to declare, you are chosen for the wealth transfer. Prepare tonight, not tomorrow, not next week, tonight, because divine movement does not wait for human convenience, and favor does not knock twice without obedience. The spirit realm is vibrating at a frequency of acceleration. Heaven has already released the instruction. The scroll has already been opened. The angels are already mobilizing around your name. This is the moment you've been praying for, but it doesn't look how you expected. It doesn't come with grand announcements or flashing signs. It comes in whispers of alignment. It comes in sudden clarity. It comes through obedience in the unseen, and Michael is here not to entertain, but to declare heaven's resources are being redirected. But here's the condition: preparation, obedience, terenu. You must prepare tonight. That does not mean working harder or hustling in panic. It means aligning your heart, your motives, your expectations. It means clearing the spiritual noise, tuning in, and standing still long enough to receive. Because if you miss this window, you may delay what heaven has already signed off for release. Archangel Michael does not arrive with casual news. His presence signals movement, authority, and war in the unseen for your breakthrough in the seen. This is your hour to awaken. Take off the dust of confusion. Close the door to fear. Shut your ears to distraction. The kingdom of God is calling you higher and faster than you imagined. This wealth transfer is not simply about earthly riches. It is about divine positioning. You are being given the keys to govern spiritually and physically. You are being handed influence that will outlast this generation, but only if you can recognize what's unfolding tonight. Let the scales fall from your eyes. Let your spirits in up straight. Let the urgency settle in. Archangel Michael is not here to comfort your excuses. He is here to command your movement. You have been marked. You have been preserved. You have been summoned, type Amen, to receive the shift. Blessing number 1212 is now upon you. Someone had been watching you, not out of love, not out of support, but out of suspicion, out of fear, out of jealousy, cloaked in false concern behind the curtain of your life. Conversations have stirred. Not all of them hoy, not all of them honest. Some voices have dared to question your silence. Some eyes have narrowed at your stillness. Some hearts have judged your wilderness season without knowing the weight you've been carrying. They've seen your quietness and called it failure. They've seen your pause and assumed weakness. But what they missed, what they couldn't comprehend, is that your silence was sacred, your delay was divine, your posture with preparation. You weren't hiding, you were being hidden. Someone close to you has misunderstood your presence. They misread your atmosphere. They've whispered, "Who do they think they are?" While heaven was declaring, "They are the one we have chosen." Your words were laced with poison, your thoughts layered in suspicion, and yet God allowed it. Archangel Michael hath been watching from the high places, not with panic, but with precision, because in the realm of spirit, every lie spoken against you became a step forward in your elevation. Every secret meeting, every backhanded compliment, every subtle sabotage only confirm what heaven already knew. You are chosen for more. And now a shift has begun in the spirit, and they feel it. They don't know why they are uncomfortable around you lately. They don't understand why your name keeps rising in places they tried to keep it buried. They thought they had control over the narrative. But the divine story is unfolding, and the pen is not in their hands. It's in God's. There is confusion stirring in their camp, because the blessing they tried to block is multiplying, and they can't stop it. They can't slow it. They can't explain it, because you have divine backing. Your emotional disruption in this season has been no accident. The sleepless nights, the silent weeping, the feeling that someone was watching, judging, questioning, it was all real. It was spiritual interference. It was atmospheric warfare. You have been walking through shadows, not to remain in them, but to understand the weight of the light you carry. Your discernment has increased, not because you're paranoid, but because your spirit is being trained to navigate betrayal and blessing simultaneously. Yes, they were talking. Yes, they were watching, but so was heaven. And now the mystery is unraveling. The fog is lifting, and your spirit is beginning to understand what your heart already knew. You've been set apart for something greater. Those who gossiped will witness your growth. Those who laughed will be silenced by your legacy. And those who doubted your worth will be humbled by your wealth. Not just material wealth, but the divine abundance that floods every part of your life. Joy, purpose, clarity, favor, and anointing. These are the treasures being released, and no amount of misinterpretation can stop it. If this message resonates with your spirit and you feel led, consider supporting this space through super thanks. Super chat, super stickers, or memberships your gift. Whether $15, $110, $120, or $150, helps us continue to deliver bold and anointed prophetic messages that awaken the soul. Your support means more than words can say. Tap "I receive divine wealth" in the comments to activate blessing code 444. Your enemies will want your elevation. This battle isn't about people. It never was. This conflict isn't rooted in flesh and blood. It's born in the spirit. This isn't personal. It's prophetic. The warfare surrounding your life has intensified because the wealth transfer has already begun in the heavens. And the moment heaven marked you for release, the enemy marked you for resistance. You weren't targeted because of your personality. You weren't opposed because of your choices. You were targeted because of your calling, because of your capacity, because of the covenant that was written over your life. Before you took your first breath, the enemy saw it. The atmosphere picked it up, and now the spiritual realm is in motion. You've been wondering why it feels like everything shifted overnight, why conversations turned cold, why loyalty cracked without warning, why your name was dropped from rooms you once belonged to. It's because the conflict is not horizontal, it's vertical. You are rising, and as you ascend, every unclean attachment, every counterfeit connection, every envious entanglement begins to tremble. The light in you is exposing the shadows around you, and the darkness is trying to fight back. But Archangel Michael is here. Sword-grown wings extended. I've already activated him. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. This is not rejection. It is redirection. This is not isolation. It is insulation. You are being set apart to carry what others were never equipped to hold. The wealth transferred that's being placed in your hands requires purity, strength, and spiritual discipline. It cannot rest on the unstable. It will not flow to the double-minded. And so everything and everyone around you that cannot go with you is being shaken off. This is not the time to cry over closed doors or mourn lost alliances. This is the time to recognize the hand of God even in the unraveling, because what is happening is holy. What is occurring is divine. The conflict is confirmation. The pressure is proof. Attention is training. And in the realm of the Spirit, you are being armored, anointed, and appointed to carry a mantle that will break generational curses. open new territories, and finance kingdom agendas. You're not simply walking into wealth. You're walking into war. Wealth that comes through fire. Wealth that comes with responsibility. Wealth that brings honor to the name of the Most High. So do not be alarmed when people begin to act strangely. Do not lose your focus when opposition increases. Do not doubt your anointing just because others do not acknowledge it. The spiritual conflict is not a sign of defeat. It is a sign that the wealth transfer is real and it is near and it is coming to you. Because you have been tested, you have been tempered, you have been trained in silence, and now heaven has declared, release the provision, repair the path that I am armored and anointed in the comments. Now blessing code 777 had been released upon your life. This is not just favor, it's a divine upgrade. Something is moving behind the scenes. The spirit realm is stirring, plans are being made, messages are being drafted, and someone is getting ready to act, but not in your favor. Archangel Michael sends this as a clear and forceful warning. Be alert, be vigilant, be spiritually awake. Because someone who once had access to you is about to attempt a re-entry, not to bless, but to burden, not to subvert, but to sabotage. There is a shift occurring, and the enemy senses it. They feel your elevation in the spirit. They sense the favor gathering around your name. And now they are panicking, strategizing, and attempting to pull you back into an old identity, one that no longer fits your divine calling. Someone is preparing to contact you. A message may come suddenly, a phone call out of nowhere, a subtle, deceptive approach meant to sound innocent, but designed to penetrate your boundaries. They are not coming with questions. They are coming with conclusions, twisted conclusions shaped by fragments of truth and heavy doses of assumption. Do not engage. Do not feel pressured to respond. Archangel Michael says, this is not a time to explain. This is a time to preserve your silence in this season is not weakness. It is war wisdom. What they are seeking is access, not answers. There's another warning you must hear. In the next 72 hours, someone may try to stir conflict, revive an old accusation, or question your sudden quiet rise. Their spirit is unsettled because yours is rising. They may attempt to smear your name, plant doubt in others, or call into question your integrity. But you must remember you are covered. Archangel Michael is stationed above you. Sword drawn in the spirit, warding off every demonic assignment that dares to interrupt your alignment. Let the accusations come. They will scatter before they stick. The most dangerous attacks often come right before a major release, and make no mistake. The wealth transfer you've been assigned is massive. It's not just currency. It's kingdom flow resources that are meant to bless others, provision that is meant to push purpose power, that is meant to shift not just your life, but the lives of those divinely connected to you. And that's exactly why the enemy is desperate to create confusion. Now he knows he cannot stop the blessing, so he tries to discredit the vessel, but what he did expect is that you're not the same person anymore. You've grown, you shed old skin. You've matured in silence. You've trained your spirit in secret. The person they are about to confront is not the one they left behind. You are fire-tested. You are spiritually bulletproof. You are protected by forces they cannot see, commanded by a kingdom they cannot touch, and no weapon, no whisper, no rumor, no message shall prosper against you. Archangel Michael stands at your gates. Your response is restraint. Your protection is presence type. I am untouchable under heaven in the comments. Blessing code 333 is now shielding you from premature warfare and false alliances. This is not the time to fight back. This is not the time to prove anything. This is the time to stand still and know that heaven is fighting for you. Archangel Michael says, stay grounded, stay guarded, stay governed by heaven. The voices around you may grow louder. The distractions may multiply, attention may thicken. But your response must be rooted in silence and wisdom. You are not called to answer every critic. You are not required to react to every accusation. This moment is not about retaliation, it's about preservation. You're carrying something too divine, too weighty, too rare to risk it in emotional battles with spiritually blind individuals. Let this truth settle in your soul. You don't need to be understood by those who are not aligned with your purpose. Some people will never comprehend your calling because they were never meant to carry your crown. Their confusion is not your responsibility. Their rejection is not your defeat, it's your redirection. Heaven has placed a veil of protection around you, and that veil is activated not by your shouting, but by your stillness. Be still, be silent, be sacred. Let your silence speak. Let your spirit speak louder than your voice ever could. When the enemy can't destroy your purpose, he will try to distract your posture. He will tempt you with arguments, pee you with conflict, and attempt to drag you into earthly noise. But you must rise above the storm because the wealth transfer is too close. The release is too near. One wrong reaction could delay what heaven is trying to expedite. This is the moment where you win by standing still, not passive, not ignorant, but still with divine strategy, alertness, and spiritual clarity. Archangel Michael reminds you, let heaven fight for you. You are not alone. The angelic forces assigned to you are already positioned. What you cannot see, they already see. What you cannot touch, they are already protecting. Every trap set against you is being exposed. Every tongue rising in judgment is being silenced. Every spiritual dart sent your way is being intercepted. Your job is not to fight in the flesh, it's to trust in the spirit. Trust the process, trust the timing, trust that you are being shielded by something far greater than any earthly alliance. Release the need to explain, let go of the desire to justify. You only want a response when God is making a statement through your life. Let your obedience do the talking. Let your transformation be the evidence. Let the favor of God on your life be the only vindication you need, because in due time what was hidden will be revealed, and when it is those who questioned your silence will witness your elevation, not because you argued your way into it, but because you trusted your way into it. So stay grounded. Root yourself in stillness. Speak only when heaven moves you. Every moment of restraint is adding weight to your release. Every silent prayer is unlocking answers behind the veil. Every decision to remain aligned is creating space for divine provision to meet you at the perfect hour. Up heaven fights for me in the comments. Blessing code 555 is surrounding you now with peace, protection, and prophetic stillness. You are not who you use it to be. You are not where you started. The version of you that walked through the fire is not the one who will inherit the promise that one was necessary. This one is unstoppable. Archangel Michael declares, "You have crossed the threshold. What was meant to break you only build you. What was intended to silence you has sharpened your voice in the spirit. What was designed to confuse you has activated a clarity in you that even you weren't expecting. You have walked through betrayal. You have endured delay. You have stood in silence while others distorted your story. But now the moment is shifting. The page is turning, and heaven is releasing the next chapter of your calling, one written in authority, wealth, and prophetic boldness. You are not just being rewarded, you are being revealed. For so long, you were hidden beneath the ashes of old seasons, overlooked by those too distracted to see the oil on your life. You were underestimated, misinterpreted, and even ignored. But what they couldn't see, God was refining. The ashes were never your end, were your beginning. Now you are rising from them, not as a victim, but as a vessel, not with bitterness, but with breakthrough, not holding grudges, but holding grace and power. This is the moment where you become what they said you could never be. This is the moment where everything they thought would break, you becomes the evidence that God was building you in silence. You are the storm they didn't expect. You are the wind heaven is sending into dry places. You are the answer to a generation's cry for something real. And now the wealth transfer is not just about receiving. It's about reigning, it's about governing, it's about managing what others mishandled and multiplying what others wasted. You are the new wine in a world full of broken wines. Sakins, you are the seed that refused to die in the dirt. You are the echo of prayers from generations past. You are the fulfillment of a prophecy they forgot. You are the chosen one. And now the earth will respond to the rising of your name, no longer in secret, no longer in silence. The noise around you will not drum out the call within you, because God is now announcing you. Heaven is now releasing you. The wealth, the favor, the platforms, the voice. It's all lining under divine supervision. Don't fear the weight of this moment. You were born for it. Don't shrink to fit the expectations of people who can't perceive your mantle. You were sculpting for greater. A shift isn't coming. A shift is here. And you are the shift. You are the answered prayer. You are the sign. You are the evidence of God's promise in motion. And no curse, no delay, no betrayal, no disappointment can cancel what's already sealed in the Spirit. You are marked. You are crowned. You are being revealed. If this message is speaking to your soul and helping you rise, consider supporting through a super thanks, super chat, super sticker, or membership contributions. Whether $110, $120, or even $150 are a powerful way to help create more prophetic content that blesses and breaks strongholds. Thank you deeply. Type "I am the shift" in the comments. Blessing code 888 has entered your atmosphere. This is your rise from the ashes you waited. You've wrestled, you've wared in silence. And now the Spirit of God says, the shift has settled. The paid has turned, the reward has been released. Prepare your spirit, the transformation is complete. Archangel Michael stands beside you, now not only as your protector, but as your divine witness. He has seen every tear you didn't cry in public. He has observed every storm you did post about. He has hovered over your home as you press through confusion, betrayal, and spiritual attacks, all while holding on to your faith with trembling hands. And now he declares, your name has been written into the next phase of heaven's movement. You are no longer being tested. You are being elevated. The transformation is not coming. It is here. What you used to call warfare is now turning into a weapon for your assignment. What used to be pain has now become power. What once felt like delay now reveals itself as divine strategy. And all of this, the pressure, the silence, the pruning, was leading to this moment of wealth transfer, not only in the physical, but in the spiritual. You are being entrusted with things no one thought you could carry. You are stepping into authority no one ever thought to give you, because heaven does not consult people when it decides to promote its chosen right now. Something in the unseen has broken open a portal. A window, a divine gate has been opened just for you. This is not coincidence. This is not luck. This is prophetic alignment. Everything is about to look different. People will sense it in your presence. Environments will shift when you enter. What used to intimidate you will now respond to your command. What used to delay you will now make way for you. You are no longer climbing. You are being lifted. The transformation is spiritual, emotional, mental, and financial. You are being given clarity of vision, stability of mind, and supernatural provision. The instructions will become clearer. The path will become straighter. The wrong voices will be silenced. The divine connections will find you. You won't need to chase, beg, or convince. What's yours is magnetized to your frequency. Now, because you are no longer trying to become, you have become. This is the final test. Before your visible elevation, heaven has been watching how you handle the unseen, and now the stage is being set for others to witness what God has been building in the quiet. People who left, you will wonder how you made it. People who forgot. You will try to reconnect, but you will not be bitter. You will be blessed. You will not shrink. You will shine because you have become a carrier of something holy, something heavy, something that carries heaven's signature. Let the winds of transformation blow freely through your life. Don't resist the change. Don't fear the shift. Embrace this next chapter with authority. You are no longer the underdog. You are the unveiled. You are no longer waiting. You are walking. You are no longer praying for the gate to open. It already has stepped through it. Boldly type. I have been transformed in the comments. Blessing code has surrounded you. Your elevation is sealed. Your transformation is finished. This is the moment where faith becomes movement. This is where divine alignment requires earthly agreement. This is where heaven waits for you to say yes. Not with your lips alone, but with your spirit, your posture, and your response. Archangel Michael has delivered the message. The warnings have been spoken, the promises have been released. And now the weight is on you. This is your moment to respond to. Rise to declare in the face of every delay, doubt, and demon. I accept the call. I align with the shift. I step into the wealth transfer, prepared, purified, and positioned. It is no longer enough to hear the word. It is no longer enough to feel the stirring. You must act. You must engage the frequency of heaven with the boldness of faith that says, I'm not just expecting it, I'm walking in it. This is the moment to take your stance in the Spirit and say, I am chosen and I do not shrink. Say it out loud. Say it in your heart. Say it in the comments. Say it with your actions. Speak it until the atmosphere bows to your identity. Heaven doesn't respond to hesitation. It responds to hunger. It don't move for fear, it moves for faith. And your faith right now is your currency. Your declaration is your access key. Your agreement is your weapon. If you don't say it, the atmosphere remains stagnant. But when you speak, alignment begins. You are being summoned to declare your status not as a beggar, not as a wanderer, but as the one God has marked for more. The words you type, the words you pray, the words you meditate on, they are not idle, they are supernatural codes that unlock what's been hovering over you for years. Say it boldly, type it with purpose, declare it with clarity. I receive the transfer. I agree with heaven's plan. I am ready and beyond your declaration. There is another form of alignment, obedient action. Sow your attention, your time, your energy into this spiritual space. Feed your faith daily. Engage with content that fuels your clarity and reinforces your mantle. Your call is not a one-time moment. It's a daily movement. The blessing is real, but it must be stewarded. And that begins with your willingness to stay close to the sound, to the word, to the prophecy. This space has been created for you, for your rise, for your covering, for your commissioning. If this word has touched your spirit and resonated with your purpose, consider supporting this divine assignment with a super thanks, super chat, super sticker, or membership. Your contributions, whether $15, $10, $120, or even $150, are not just gifts. They are declarations of agreement. Your support keeps this message alive and expanding, reaching more hearts who, like you, are chosen but need to be reminded. Thank you deeply for sowing into this prophetic movement. So now rise, Ataite, declare, activate, blind. Because in the realm of heaven, your words are weighty, your faith is seen, and your agreement is holy. And when the chosen say yes, the shift begins to move faster. Type I align with heaven in the comments to receive blessing. Code 2020, your obedience is your access. Your voice is your victory. You are not lost. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are rising exactly on time, exactly as heaven designed. Archangel Michael's voice has spoken through the veil, not to warn alone, but to waken, not to correct, but to ground. You are the revelation. You are the prophecy fulfilled in human form. You are not waiting for favor. You are walking in it. You are not chasing wealth, you are carrying it. The wealth transfer was never just about finances. It was about influence, alignment, vision, and spiritual authority. And now you are cloaked in all of it, covered in all of it, released into all of it. You are no longer a question mark. You are heaven's exclamation. The warfare didn't break you. It branded you. The isolation didn't silence you. It sanctified you. The betrayal didn't end you. It revealed what was within you. And now the same mouths that gossiped will gasp. The same people who dismissed you will watch in silence. But you will not gloat. You will not boast, because you know it wasn't your power, it was His. It was heaven's divine order that brought you here, and it will be heaven's divine strength
that takes you further. You are light in human form. You are fire wrapped in obedience. You are grace under pressure.
Clarity in chaos and strength and stillness. You are the evidence of what God can do when someone refuses to quit, refuses to fold, and chooses instead to align with divine timing. Let them whisper, let them question, let them underestimate you. Rise anyway. You reign anyway. You walk boldly anyway, because your destiny isn't dependent on their understanding. It's anchored in God's decree. Let the fear fall away. Let the self-doubt dissolve. Let the old story burn in the fire of transformation, because a new one has begun. And you are the author now. Heaven has handed you the pen. The next chapter will not look like the last. You will not repeat old cycles. You will not reopen closed doors. You will not settle for all musts. And may this time you walk in certainty. This time you speak with clarity. This time you carry the crown with confidence. Your assignment is sealed. Your blessing is scheduled, your covering is confirmed, and your influence is about to speak louder than your past ever could walk in this rest, in this rejoice in this. Because no matter how dark it was before, no matter how delayed it felt, no matter how silent it seemed, you made it and you are not leaving empty-handed. Type I am the evidence in the comments. Blessing code 0000 has completed its circuit around you, sealing your transformation, elevation, and unstoppable rise. Stay connected, stay grounded, stay chosen. You are not a victim. You are the revelation.